Hi everyone, welcome to this new class on how to get eBay feedbacks, almost like instant. This is for a new eBay account. Now first of all, why do you want to sell on eBay? I just would like to give you some quick facts for 2016 that's on eBay. Now first of all, there is 164 million buyers on eBay platform. So you should leverage on this platform. And there are in total about 1 billion live listing as of now. So you can see the potential number of a seller and buyer that is on this platform is huge, and you should not miss out. And of course, the revenues that's generated as of 2016 Q2 is 1.8 billion. That is really a lot of revenue generated. Most of the listing are fixed price listing, which is around 86% of the total listing. So most sellers on eBay are listing their product with a fixed price, which means that you could be doing something called buy it now, where your buyer actually click on a button and they can purchase the product immediately, and you receive the money immediately in your PayPal. So what you will learn in this class, you learn how as a new seller to eBay you can quickly get feedbacks and almost instantly. I'll show you in the later part of the class, and also how eBay feedbacks can help you increase your sales and help your business to grow. And plus how to leave feedback properly, especially if you're a new seller on eBay. You should learn how to leave feedback properly and how to leverage on the feedbacks. So if you would like to learn more about this topic, do click on the arrow button below and I'll see you inside the class. Welcome to the class. Now today we're going to talk about eBay feedbacks. Now there are typically 3 types of feedback that you can leave as a buyer or seller: a positive feedback, a negative feedback, or a neutral feedback. So for positive feedback, you're basically plussing the number 1 to the total score. For negative feedback, it's a -1 to the total score. And for neutral feedback, basically 0. You do not add or subtract from the total score of the rating. Now on this chart that you can see, this is typically the stars and rating chart. So for example, the yellow star, which is the starting off, is for rating, meaning feedback ranging from 10 to 49. And then from 50 on you get a blue star, and then from 500 onwards you get a purple star. So and so on so forth, all the way up to the silver shooting star, which is 1 million and above. Basically, the eBay feedbacks is to tell people when they are actually trying to buy from someone, does this person actually selling something that is real? Is it reliable? And also how fast do they ship? Later on we'll go through in details on the detailed seller ratings, DSR. So more reputed sellers, basically they can sell more as they have already a solid foundation and reputations online, which is a proven sales record for others to see. So in a way they could actually command a higher pricing because of trust, and also because of the delivery time. They could be much faster, and also they might have a very good customer service. So in the next slide, let me show you one very powerful seller which he achieved the silver shooting star. Okay, so in this slide, let's take a look at this seller called E4 City. So basically this person, this guy or this shop have 4.2 million feedbacks, and they basically have a very good standing of 97,000 positive feedbacks. So you can see from here in the past 12 months, and they have been online since 2000. So it took them about 16 years to reach 4.2 million. And if you're interested to check out more about this seller, you can go to this URL below. So it is always possible to have a very high feedback. So in fact, for this seller, they achieved the 1 million mark in 2009, which is about 7 years ago. But let this be your inspiration. So you can see that even when I was doing the course, they have a feedback over here, which is 6th of December. And to achieve a 99% positive feedback, this is definitely something that you want to learn. And they provide exceptionally good customer service. So in the later part of the video, I'll share with you what are the ways or tips that you should get around, especially start selling on eBay. So you might ask how to get eBay feedbacks instantly. Now some of you who are new to eBay might not even know how to go about it. in order for you to get feedback, you can be a buyer. You just need to purchase products that is 0.01 cent, like ebook, e-cover pictures, or 99-cent UPC codes. So in this way, when you purchase, you actually will leave a feedback to the seller, and the seller will return you back a feedback. Or you can be a seller and sell the above. So either way, you will get feedbacks. And of course, the more valuable feedbacks is to have the seller feedback, because you want to be a seller. So seller feedback itself really plays a very important role. These two feedbacks, the buyer feedback and the seller feedback, will combine together to form the total feedbacks that you will get. So let's take a look at what do I mean by the eBay feedbacks. Okay, currently I'm at eBay website now. So what we can do a search on any products. Maybe let's just search for this iPhone cover, and let's just click on one of the listings. So the first one seems to be quite good, 265 sold, and you can see that this person basically have 6,000 plus feedback and with a green star. Just click into it. Okay, so you can see that basically these are the feedback profile of the seller. So he's from China and been online since 2012. And over the past 1 month, how many positive feedback this person have, how many neutral feedback, and how many negative feedback. Yeah, seems like they need to improve on their negative feedback. It's quite high actually for 1 month. Okay, so let's scroll down. So feedback as a seller, you can see that these are the total feedback as a seller. So this person actually getting a lot of feedback almost every day. So you can see that some of the information is private, because the seller doesn't want you to contact any of the buyer. So let's go to the second tab, which is seller feedback. So what you can do is you can search the seller feedback over here for any title or any keywords. So if you want to know how many iPhone cover they sell, you just type in over here for past 1 month. So let's do a search. Okay, maybe we should iPhone 7 case for the past 1 month. So in this case, we are unable to check his sale, because he basically blocked out all the information. So you can also view the next tab, which is the feedback as a buyer. So you can see that basically when they started off, they also buy some feedbacks over here. So they actually bought 4 feedbacks only, and they actually can scale up to this 6,000 plus feedback, which is quite good. And of course, there is this thing called the combined feedbacks, which is all feedbacks, which comprises of the buying and selling feedbacks that you've gotten. So for all the sellers, you can actually come to this page by clicking on this particular number, and you route you to this page. Okay, I have a question which most of the time people will ask me, especially students will ask me, does it mean that more feedbacks equals to more sales? Well, you can say that yes and no. Now, first of all, what you want is positive feedback and not negative feedback or neutral feedback, which doesn't help you at all in your business. The most important thing we need to do is to get positive feedback. And of course, in order to get positive feedbacks, you need to have great customer service support, meaning that you communicate to the buyer when they purchase the product, when you're about to ship the product, or when they have received. So you might want to ask them for their feedback. In this way, you are basically building a rapport for your store. And also, how fast and do you give free shipping to your customer? So free shipping is very important, especially if you're selling online. Make sure that no matter what, factor in the shipping cost into the total cost of the selling price that you want to sell your product at. Because inside eBay, most of the seller or some of the new seller, they might not know there's a checkbox called free shipping. So if the customer were to check on this checkbox, and if you do not give free shipping, they can never find your listing, they can never find your product, and they will never buy from you. So it's important to have this free shipping inside your listing. So at the same time, you can have one list of customer, meaning that on eBay platform, you're allowed to keep your customer list and do some marketing or remarketing to them, which I'll cover more in the later part of this course. Okay, so eBay actually allows you to do email marketing, like I mentioned. So you can download a list of your customer email And then you need to do something called the permission marketing. So meaning that you need to email your customer one more time through the eBay messages, telling them that you are willing to give them a discount code or discount coupon in exchange for their email to open to a list. So you can always email them in this way, or if not, you can use your autoresponder to email your customer just one time to get their permission. If they wish to opt out, make sure that you remove them from your list. So this is permission marketing, but always couple it with something. You wish to stay on this list, you can receive, or you can go to this page, you open and you receive the discount code instantly, which is a 5% discount on your next purchase. And then when they're in your list, remarketing to them again. If you launch something like new products, if you actually have another range of products that is coming up, or new color, a new design. So this is one way to scale up the business. Eventually move your business to online, where you can sell at the highest margin, because we do know that eBay does take eBay fee and PayPal fee. So this will amount up to 17% or at least 20% of the total selling price. Okay, leaving feedbacks, we want to do is to leave effective feedbacks. So as a seller, you can see in this example. So as a seller feedback, the positive feedback is if I leave is thanks. So thanks for what? Were you just relieved that you received something? So you should need to think of a better positive feedback, like for example, fast shipping, fast and safe shipping, item arrived in good condition, perfect condition. So these are the type of feedback that's useful, rather than one word. It doesn't really help much, especially if you want to leave a feedback. Okay, so as a buyer feedbacks, let's take a look at this example. So when as a seller you leave feedback back to the buyer, you should not say great buyer. It doesn't help. What is this buyer great? A positive feedback is that instant payment, thank you. So we can see actually there is something that's being done, like instant payment means that it's very fast, immediately received. So we'll take a look what are the type of feedback that you should leave, instead of just leaving it one or two words, which doesn't really help anyone at all. So these are some of the feedback swipes, I call it, that you can have an idea. But this is looking at the buyer perspective. You can say that it's easy purchase, good communication, quick shipping, thank you. This is one feedback. Why do I use the buyer feedback? Is because when you first started, you will be a buyer. You need to be a buyer in order to get the ratings feedbacks to come in. Or you can say very good seller, fast response, thank you. Or quick delivery, great product, highly recommend the seller. So when the sellers see this feedback, they will be more likely to leave you back a feedback. And you can lastly say that exactly as described and fast shipping, thanks. So if you're buying UPC code, which is digital, they will send you a file. Or if you're buying an ebook, which is also again digital, and can receive it almost immediately. Okay, now in this section, we're going to cover this thing called the detailed seller ratings, or the DSR in short form. You can see on the right hand side, this particular picture is that there is basically 4 criteria in order to get very good ratings, especially the average ratings. You can see that actually is determined by the star. So this particular DSR will only display when you get more than 10 feedbacks. This is based on 12-month data. So your first objective on eBay is to get at least 10 feedbacks and positive feedbacks. So based on the 1 to 5 star scale, the buyer or the seller, you yourself as a buyer, you actually rate the seller. So if you receive an ebook, of course all is 5 star. But if you are actually selling, it will depend on how many star the buyer want to leave it to you. So 5 star is the highest rating, and 1 star is the lowest rating that you can get. So I would like to give you some tips as a buyer. First of all, don't buy from the same seller in a week. The reason is because the feedback will not be counted. It will only be counted as 1 feedback. So if you buy 10 items from the same seller and you try to leave 10 feedbacks, you'll be counted as 1. And you basically waste some money. So the best is, if you want to keep a list of seller, buy from 10 different sellers, and take note that Monday is basically the start of the week on eBay. and make sure that you leave the feedback fast. So you can do it quite fast, especially if you're buying digital products. And of course, always communicate before leaving any negative feedbacks. So as a new seller on eBay, basically you need to have some patience. Some of the seller basically will take some time, especially during the weekend. They do not process any order. They only process order during the weekdays. So this is called business day. Okay, a business day and a so-called a business day or working day is different from any other day, like a weekend or a public holiday. Okay, I come to the class summary. So in this class, you have learned how to get instant feedback by using some of the tips that I mentioned to you, and how to leave proper feedbacks. Don't leave one-word feedback, please. And of course, how you can sell on eBay to increase your sales. Now, this is very important if you have an online store already, or if you're going to build an online store in the next 6 months. Do get an eBay account and start selling on eBay, and to get customer for your store. So when you launch your store, you already have a base of customer to launch your products. So this is how you can turn a e-commerce store to a successful store that make you money every single month. So I have a class project for you. Write a short feedback as a seller or as a buyer, so that you can have another list of swipe file from the class and post it on the class project area. I've come to the end of the class. Do leave me a review if you like this class and give me a thumbs up. And thank you for joining me in this class.